Hello, this is Jax, and I hope you're doing great today. So, this is my training for you on how to master Messenger to maximize your business. It's mainly an information based training to bring you tips, tricks, and ideas that you can use to bring Messenger marketing into your business. Like those strategies, you will need a plan, and I intend to give you some great information to provide a background for you to see the vision for your plan. I will show you my favorite tool, and by the end of our 7 days, you will certainly know if messenger marketing is something you want to begin introducing into your business communications. So let's move on to the overview of today's training for day one. Okay, so what we've got today is why the Messenger app is awesome. Now I split this into some little sections, as you see here, just to keep it easy for you, and you might want to be taking a few notes, so we'll kind of keep it focused for each section. So we're going to cover an introduction about online marketing today, some funky messenger statistics, what is a messenger bot and how do messenger bots work, and then the awesome reasons for using messenger marketing. Just a few things there I've pulled out to give you some key features which are particularly special, and later in the series we will go into those in much more detail. So let's move on to our first section, which is online marketing today. And this is what this is all about. So these days, online marketing is tough. Competition is fierce, and sometimes it feels like you have to fight tooth and nail for every new customer. On the surface on Facebook, everywhere you look, there are people selling products and services, recruiting for businesses, and everyone is competing for attention of people who are on Facebook. So maybe you're getting a bit frustrated, maybe you're looking for a leg up on your competition, maybe you're looking for a new communication channel that isn't already saturated with marketers. If that's the case, then just keep listening, because I think Messenger will be able to help you out there. Facebook Messenger marketing is in a prime position to become the world's #1 marketing channel in the next few years. The companies who are using Messenger as early adopters of this fast growing channel are going to have some serious competition over their competitors, and you will see how this comes to pass as we move on with the training. Now, communication is changing. The way people communicate is changing in a big way. Just compare the way you communicate today with the way you did 10 or 15 years ago. If you're like most people, you may have shifted away from email and phone calls and towards SMS or text messaging and the Messenger apps. This may have been a gradual change, and in fact many people still use some of these methods, like me, but even if you do, there are some things Messenger can do that the other channels can't, and that's what makes it quite special. Like everyone else, you probably prefer communication that's convenient, instantaneous, and always at your fingertips. Because many of us use our smartphones as our primary PC, not to mention your primary source of contact with other people, we prefer communication that is smartphone friendly. Messaging apps are the perfect solution. It's fast, it's intuitive, the responses you get are short, easy to read, and people just like using them. And one of the things is that you are always, I like to think, you're always in their handbag or you're always in their pocket. These are just a few reasons why messaging apps have become so universally popular today, and why they're such a great channel for marketers looking to reach new customers and grow their business. Communication is definitely changing. So, what is messenger marketing? And why is that so important? Okay, my first point here is that your marketing communications need to be in a format that people want to read, so they will actually read them. So have a think about you and your business. Even if you don't use Messenger or your phone a lot for communicating with people, your customers probably do. So enjoy listening to this training and see why this is going to be so important to your business. If your customers are using their phones and that's how they're communicating, then that's where you need to be in order to touch them in the place where they shop, in their wallet. And remember, their phones are always in their handbags or in their pockets. So messenger marketing is simply marketing to your customers using a messaging app with communication. So you can build a list of your customers and you can attract new leads. You can nurture those leads by sending them contact, answering their questions, and ultimately converting them into paying customers for your business. I mean, conceptually, it's actually similar to how email marketing works, but in practice, messenger marketing works quite differently. So it kind of sounds like it's the same, but it is different. And that's the point really of doing this training, just to kind of give you the big overview over these 7 days so that you can analyze for yourself the differences, the benefits, the features. Both of them are viable platforms, and I believe you should use both. But this will just kind of give you the overview if you haven't really looked into Messenger much before, and it gives you that opportunity to just see what the differences are before you dive in there and kind of get going on the wrong foot. I just want to give you the big picture so that the things you're doing will help your communication and not make a problem, because if you're not careful, you can put your big foot in it with Messenger and you can upset more people than you attract. So I just want you to get this right. So the point of this training is all about that. So messenger marketing is much more conversational. People are looking for a conversation that feels one-to-one, whereas emails are more like a business, talking one business to many people. So what we're going to do is talk about that a little later actually in the series. But unlike email, messenger marketing is actually growing. Click-through rates are much higher. People are there because it's on their phone and it's in their pocket. So what we're going to do now is move on to what have I got next? Some funky messenger statistics. Okay, this is just kind of some facts just to show you exactly how Messenger is kind of moving through the market these days. What I'll do here is I'll just move my wrong one. There we go. I just want to move my picture so that, sorry, let me just try and get my screen there. Okay, so it looks like I am hidden. Okay, I just want you to be able to see the slide here. So some funky messenger statistics. So over 1 billion people are using Facebook Messenger every single month. The chances that your prospect is not using this platform is really, really slim. In fact, 16% of the world's population are now on Messenger. High engagement rates. Okay, now reports from Statista last year compared the open and click-through rates for different types of emails. Now their research, which is kind of quite well known really, but average email open rates were 5.9 to 18.8. Click-through rates down to 0.4 to 2.1%. Now if you have an email list, you'll probably fit somewhere into those brackets with your own statistics, and that's okay, but it could be better. Now email marketing has its place, but if we look at the messenger rates, okay, the open rates are 80 to 90%, and click-through rates, I believe, okay, I haven't got that on my slide here, I think the click-through rates are about between 27 to 30%. So that's quite a big difference. And I guess because people have it in their pocket, they see it instantly, they do click quicker, they read things, you know, it's kind of how people want to receive information, and people open them. So The last point really is there are more people on Messenger than other social sites like Twitter. Don't forget 16% of the world's population are on Messenger. So, it's just such a huge market, isn't it? There you go. That's it in a nutshell. And you can, as you will hear as we move on, you can target people. Okay, so you can find the people in that 16% who are your customers. Okay, it's not that you're marketing to everybody, to 16% of the world's population. You can narrow this down and you can focus your attentions on the people that come to you, that you're attracting through your business. So now we're going to move on to the next point. We've got the statistics there. You know how many people are actually on Facebook. Next thing is, what is a messenger bot? Messenger bot is software that allows you to interact with customers, prospects and fans inside of Facebook Messenger. You know how you're able to get someone to opt into your email list and then send them through a sequence of emails or broadcast emails to them? Well, a messenger bot serves the same purpose. It does the same thing, but it does that inside of Facebook. Essentially, it's acting as an autoresponder for Facebook, and it's not necessarily going to replace email marketing, but it's a great additional medium through which to reach your audience fast. Sustaining engagement with an audience is harder than it's ever been. Everyone's competing for space in the news feed, in email boxes, and any other marketing channel really. A messenger bot opens up a new opportunity for you as a business owner to achieve unprecedented. It's just, unstoppable. It's, it could be, that's it. You're going to get every customer in the world that you actually want here, an engagement. So messenger bots are there to help you. One of my points here, I've got a friendly helper to chat with your audience on your behalf. You can offer options until you're available to direct your audience to, and you can keep engagement going. So it's something that's there. You can offer people things when you're not there, and you get back to them as soon as you can, and it keeps that conversation going. So I'm just going to move on here because I've got lots of information. I'll tell you how this bit actually works in a few moments. But basically, a messenger bot's it's like your little helper, really. It works inside your Facebook page. Okay, let me stress this point. It comes from your Facebook page. So it's when people are on your page and they message you, that will get your messenger bot into action. Now, the messages that people receive are from your business page, okay? They're not from your personal profile. So you'll have your personal profile and you can be messaging people there as much as you like. But when you're talking about your business page, which is about your business, then the messages will come from your business page, or whatever it's called, then that's where the messages will come from. So again, when that the title of your business page, when that shows up in people's messenger boxes, they're going to know it's quite identifiable. They're going to know it's actually from you. So just to make that point clear, so it could turn out that you actually have two streams of conversation with people, one on a personal level, and if they happen to become one of your page members, so they're interested in your business, then you'll also have the more business side of conversation with them. Not to say you can't chat friendly on the business, because that's what it's all about, but just to make that really clear for you. Okay, so let's move on to the next part, which is how do messenger bots work. Okay, so a messenger bot relies on rules and keywords, or as we refer to them as triggers, a bit like IFTTT, if you know that. So if you can set that up, so if you do something on a social profile, it will trigger a bot and it will post that onto a different social profile, for a simple example. Okay, so it's software that's set up so when you do something, something else happens. And this is what the bots are in Messenger. This is what your Messenger bot is. So there are three triggers, really, three different options for the triggers. So I'll talk you briefly through these. Later in the series, I'll show you how they work from inside my system. So first of all, the welcome trigger refers to when somebody messages your selected Facebook page for the first time. So a welcome message can be triggered to this user. So this trigger will only occur once. Obviously, there's only one first message to your page. So that is a welcome message. So let's say someone, for example, called Jane, messages your Facebook page asking you for help. Within your Messenger bot, we can set up a welcome message that's sent to Jane and any other new customers. And it can be something general like, hey, thanks for messaging us. We're currently out of the office, but we'll handle your question in the next couple of hours. Thanks for your patience. So this allows you to immediately respond to a prospect or customer reaching out to you. They know you're there. They know you're active with your business and you've messaged them. So it's a bit like on email where you have that I'm just out of the office thing. But you can tell them anything in that welcome message you want to say, I'll get back to you within 2 hours, 3 hours. We open again at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Whatever your situation is, you can put that in the welcome message, whatever you want to tell people. And another option be to trying to answer their question without ever having to send a message manually. So you can set up, what's good is you can set up a trigger message so that you're kind of replying to what they might ask you. Now, sometimes you don't know what they're going to ask. So, it's the next 2 points actually cover that. But with your welcome message, what you're doing, that kind of earns you their trust. They know that you're there. Also, you're earning Facebook's trust because Facebook has a little very responsive badge, which it puts on your page, and it tells your customers coming there how responsive you are to their messages. So that's good because because you are replying instantly, it will earn you that badge. And, that's a good sign. It's kind of like feedback, and your customers like to know that if they have an inquiry, you're there to respond to it. So you have to obviously meet some requirements to get that little badge. Have a response rate of 90 minutes, response rate of 90%, and within 15 minutes. So your welcome bot will certainly cover that. So you're not going to be in any trouble with Facebook. You can get in the good books quite easily there. And people are generally more inclined to message your page if they see that you're very responsive to messages. So that's kind of the welcome bot, the welcome trigger. A keyword phrase trigger. You can set certain keywords as triggers in order for messages to be sent. Now these keywords act as triggers for messages you've already set up in your funnel and kind of the backbone of automation. So you can attach keyword triggers to messages. So say a person was messaging you. If they sent a message with that trigger, you could have pricing, you could have support, you could have help. For example, say they sent you a message asking about the pricing of a certain range, or they wanted some help with something, or they needed some support. Those are key triggers. So if they use one of those words, you can have some messages set up that are automatically sent to them. And again, I'll demo that for you later in the series. The third thing is button triggers, which I think are really quite funky. A bot allows you to use buttons inside your messages. Now these are extremely helpful when you're kind of predefining how a prospect will respond to you. If you signed up to receive this training from me by Messenger, then you will have clicked one of these buttons, which probably said Messenger training, click the button below, and there's a little big button there. And what happens is you click it and you get through to the, it automatically signs you into the training. And there also is another button for your free bonus guide. So you click that and you automatically get redirected to your free bonus guide. So that's brilliant. I love buttons. I think they're great. It kind of, in one word, it shows people exactly what they're going to get when they click that button. And that's a kind of really helpful thing for people. It's quick, it's easy, it's very messenger, it's very instant, and it solves their problem. People, if they're asking you a question, they've got a problem, they want to know something, and if you can solve it straight away, perfect. Obviously, it takes a while to work out what you want to say in these, but you'll do that because you'll be focusing on your own business. And I hope as we go through these 7 days, you're thinking about these things and maybe making little notes about how you think you can, you'll be able to use these, or little ideas. And as by we get to the end, you'll be, you should have the formation of a plan there. Okay, so you can, like I said, attach several buttons to a message. You can offer different outcomes, like I did, for example. You can link it to another message. You can link it to your blog, Facebook group, website, free guides, anything that you want to do. Or you can have options, yes or no, where each button triggers a different response to the user. You can offer a different series of options after that, which could be new messages or redirect. So if somebody answers yes to a question they've asked them, then there'll be one path for them to follow. If they answer no, there'll be another path for them to follow. So that kind of gives people the option to choose. So you're actually answering them. You don't have to have lots of conversations with them. You can give them the answers if they say yes or they say no. So that's kind of like instant response, and that works really well with Messenger. So aren't you beginning to get a bit excited about this? I know I am. It allows you, not only to qualify your leads, because of course there's a yes path and there's a no path, and that can carry on down the line. But you can, and then you can actually engage with them like never before. You can pick up and continue the messaging manually at any time. So that's something that you definitely can't do with email marketing, and that is what is quite exciting about all of this. So, okay, anytime someone opts into your Messenger bot sequence, you're guaranteed a real lead that you can message. Like I said, you can do that at any time. With email, sometimes people will offer, they enter fake email addresses just to consume your content for free, which is fine. There's always those people, but it's kind of nice to get instantly in touch with the real person behind the Facebook profile. The opt-in process is completely frictionless. Like when you opted in for this, you click a button and you're in. One-click subscriptions are available, and you can turn, what's really exciting is people on your page who comment on things, you can turn them into Messenger subscribers too. Again, we'll come to that later. It's just so mega awesome. Just got to love those bots. Okay, so, and the last slide for today, awesome reasons for using Messenger marketing. Okay, number one, you saw the stats. 16% of the world's population on Messenger, millions of people you can connect with. Next is free. It's free to message. You can also voice call or video call. I use it now more than Skype when I'm chatting to my group members or customers. It's Facebook connected and compliant, and you can also use it on its own. So if people don't have Facebook, they can still use the Messenger app just by uploading the app, which, covers everybody in the world then, doesn't it? It's easily accessible on your phone and can become a primary mode of communication with customers or leads that you talk to. Because it works on your business page, it is business orientated. So it's absolutely perfect for that quick communication with your leads. Now I've got this type to talk service on the go, I like to call it. Sometimes it's easier to talk. A messenger makes it seamless. It's a bit like, you're having emails and they go on and on and on and on, and it takes so long to describe around the point, and you just think, oh, wow, it was so much easier to talk to someone. Okay, so then you pick up the phone. On Messenger, you just click the little phone icon or the video icon, and 1 minute you're typing and the next minute you're talking. Okay, it's seamless. So if it's suddenly easier to talk to somebody, which again builds that personal connection, you just click the icon and a written chat transforms into a real live chat. So I just love that about Messenger. The next thing, you're building more personal connections and a list of people interested in your service and products. You're not spamming, they're coming to you, and used correctly, then the information you send them, they're going to want. The last thing really is Messenger is poised to become a full-blown commerce platform. People will be buying products directly from Messenger, and more to come about that later. It's coming, and I think you want to be there, really. So that's kind of all I've got for today. Okay, so I hope you've picked up some background information and really feeling excited about your business and how you can use Messenger in the future. So I'm going to see you tomorrow for day 2, where we'll be covering the power behind direct messages. So have a fabulous day, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.